Once again, because Windows 7 ends its support or has ended its support, if you're watching this later than 14 January 2020, maybe you're still debating whether you should upgrade to Windows 10 or not. Allegedly still for free. So in this video, I will give you 11 reasons why you should not upgrade to Windows 10. Let's check it out. Hey name tags and welcome. This is Ash from Hill My Tech, and if you're new here on this channel, I want to help you develop a better relationship with technology. So consider subscribing and click the bell icon to go from newbie to techie, and please use my Amazon affiliate links in the description below to help out the channel at no extra cost to you. So this video is for 11 reasons not to upgrade to Windows 10. Depending on how it goes, we may have to do a reasons why you should upgrade to Windows 10 video. So do let me know in the comments below if you want that one. Number 1, Linux. Enough said. Number 2, Windows 10 is not free. Why? You think it's free? Of course not. You pay for it. Oh, you mean you can still get a free upgrade? Maybe, if it works for you. But Windows 10 license is a paid for product. If you're talking about the free upgrade period, that officially ended in July 2016, and even then you needed a genuine activated license from either Windows 7, 8 or 8.1, which you didn't get for free unless of course you did. You naughty pirate you. Still, how long is the free upgrade going to last? Nobody knows. By the way, why is it still free? Is it because Microsoft forgot to disconnect the activation server, or because Microsoft is a loving and caring company? Blech. You know the old age business acumen, give away the razor and sell the blades. Well, this thing, fair enough. What do I know about razors? But I do know printers, and the repeat sale from printed cartridges, one of the most successful daylight robberies ever. So yes, you can still upgrade for free, but this is how you are paying. Number 3, telemetry and privacy concerns. The necessary collection of your personal data for the betterment of improving the services, which keep breaking, more on that later. Windows 10 privacy issues has been and continues to be the biggest reason why Microsoft has lost the trust of so many across the globe. If you in fact read the end user license agreement in full, you might not be surprised that Microsoft does indeed collect your data, but you will be hard pressed to know exactly what data they have already collected and continue to collect on their behalf, and then trying to pass these details onto their partners. Why, you ask? Data is now becoming the most valuable asset that an entity can possess. Ironically, it's not even something they should own. You are supposed to be the owner and manager of your personal data. But unbelievably, we surrender this data over to private global companies, some would argue willingly or semi-willingly. Yes, you can disable some aspects of telemetry, but not all. You could argue ignorance if you were living in the dark ages, but you don't. You have access to information, and this is no secret. Don't get me wrong, other companies are also guilty of this, Google, Apple, and the likes, but we're dealing with Microsoft right now due to the Windows 7 end of support thingy. On that note, Zulu67 writes, I honestly don't think that any of us were that safe on Windows 7 either. As long as you're online surfing the web, you're being monitored regardless of what OS you're using, really. And the only difference is that Windows 10 may or may not be openly tracking you, but come on, your smartphone is a lot more risky to use than a computer. It shows notifications on all sort of things you're doing. He's right. In fact, I'm going to link you this YouTube video with Edward Snowden, how your cell phone spies on you. However, when we can reduce our recorded presence on the internet, we should do that. And it's a lot harder to manage that with Windows 10. If anyone wants complete anonymity online, then you need to unplug from the matrix and disappear. But in the meantime, maybe we can do some damage control and use our smartphones less, maybe even delete social media at least. What do you guys think? Number 4, ads and more ads. One of the reasons for all this tracking of your online and offline behavior is targeted ads, both through their proprietary Microsoft App Store and through other third-party apps. You can't disable ads outright, you can only limit your personal ad experience on Windows 10. Number 5, you only need a browser. We are a cloud and online-based generation. Even Microsoft keeps pushing cloud-based services. So for most general users, they only need an internet browser, as there is an online version of every single application that exists on the planet. And you will even get free access if you know where to look. Gone are the days that you need to buy Microsoft Office or pay for Office 365 subscription fees, because there are dozens of free cross-platform compatible Office suites, both online as and offline software. Google Docs, LibreOffice, heck, even Microsoft gives you a full online Office suite, good enough for every basic task, although you need a Microsoft account to access it. But what if I can't access the internet? Here's what you do. Find an internet-able area and settle there. If internet access is a problem, then you probably have bigger problems than worrying about Windows 10. Hang in there, buddy. Hope things work out. Number 6, forced obsolescence. Not unlike Apple's notorious forced obsolescence practice, but not as bad maybe, as it's less subtle on Windows 10, but chances are that your older but still working computer, be it a laptop or a desktop, will not work with a Windows 10 upgrade, at least not efficiently. Of course, if your hardware is really old, it might be time for an upgrade anyway. But when you know there are options to install a free open source lightweight operating system like Linux to revive your old computer without spending a dime, or even upgrade some parts of your old PC like adding RAM and an SSD for speed performance improvement, then you shouldn't be forced to fork out money for new hardware just to be able to use Windows 10. If you do have an older laptop and thinking about upgrading or replacing it, check out this video above. Number 7, drivers no longer work. No, you muppet, a driver is not a personal chauffeur, and it's not that thing where you store your content. It's that piece of program that talks to the computer in a language it understands to tell it there is a new device plugged in or just installed. Without the correct drivers for the current Windows version installed, your computer may not even know you've plugged in a new device, let alone get it to work correctly. Even if your hardware specs on your older computer are not too low, you may find that drivers no longer work as they were written for up to Windows 7 only. I found that the hardware with one example of a SIM card module in a Dell laptop no longer working with Windows 10 drivers. So I had to revert back to Windows 7 to enable the SIM card module. Okay, so you Windows fanboys will probably say that there are driver issues with Linux, and you are right. The difference is, if Linux drivers are a problem, they don't work from the get-go, and then hopefully the community works on it to find a solution. But with Windows, it starts with working okay in previous version of Windows, and then eventually breaks with no plan to find a fix from Microsoft. Number 8, forced updates. Since first launch, there has been some tweaks to give the user some options to delay the updates, but that's all you get, a timely delay between 7 to 35 or 60 days if you know where to look in the advanced updates options, after which you can no longer delay any update, and you must update before you can delay again. Yes, of course you need security updates if you use Windows, but unlike Windows, updates on Linux are not forced and are done while you're working without forcing automatic lengthy repeated restarts in the middle of your important workflow. Number 9, loss of applications you are used to. If you're using Windows Media Center or DVD support, for example, this feature was placed out of sight in Windows 8.1, but in Windows 10 it is completely removed. To play DVD, you have to buy Windows DVD Player from the store. Of course, there are alternatives like Kodi, Plex, DVR, and VLC, but just saying, some people are very set in their ways and it takes a while to learn a new application. So if you have to learn a new way of life, you might as well try Linux. There is a list of applications which Windows 10 no longer support. I would love to have a crack at Windows Movie Maker again now that I know my way around many non-linear editors. Wouldn't you? Comment down below what previous software are you missing ever so fondly. But if there is one unforgivable action from Microsoft, they removed Solitaire. How will office workers ever get through the day? Hashtag bring back Solitaire. Number 10, bugs, bugs, and more bugs. You may remember the infamous October 2018 update with file deletion nightmares and a bunch of other small but serious issues which caused over 1 month's delay for the updates to be patched. Then followed the May 2019 update, which was rolled out more cautiously while still squashing bugs here and there. Afterwards, in September 2019, when the May 2019 bugs were finally being fixed, we were met with Cortana causing high levels of CPU usage. To fix this, Microsoft then broke the start menu, taskbar, audio issues in certain games, and internet connectivity for others. Then, to put the icing on the cake, Windows 10 built-in antivirus broke parts of Windows Defender's scanning functions. Where is the quality assurance, I hear you cry? Did you not know? You're it! You are given an incomplete, not fully tested operating system, and you are supposed to feed back all the problems so they can fix that problem. Maybe in their own time, by which time other issues continue to pop up. Look, we know all about product recall. Things can break despite QA. But imagine a car which you pay for and keeps breaking, and the company keeps recalling it back numerous times to certified garages to have it fixed for free, of course. Would you still take it up the chin? And the saga isn't over. From 2020 onwards, you are looking forward to breaks on core elements of File Explorer, blue screen of death, boot failures, screen discoloration, spiked CPU usage, and the list could go on. And I read that some of the controversial features with the ever so spying Cortana is coming back in Microsoft's latest beta release. And number 11, Mac OS. I'm just kidding, it's Linux again. So good, it gets 2 spots. So now you need to do 3 things. First, jot down below any other reasons why you shouldn't upgrade to Windows 10 that I've missed. And also, why you should upgrade to Windows 10. Depending on how it goes, we may have to do that video to create balance in the tech world. The best comments may feature in the next upload, but hurry up, the countdown has begun. Number 2, check out this video up here and hop on to this one if you want to learn how to use Linux as a beginner. And number 3, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon and use my Amazon affiliate links in the description below to help out the channel. And I will see you in the next one. Until next time, peace out.